Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is Season 48, War 11, and we're up against TCN. My team this war is Mojo, Titania, and White Magneto for pre-fights. Okay, so starting off, I have, what is this, Path 7 in Section 1. It's a little revenge match against Jabari. And then I have Path 5 in Section 2, that Nova and Chavez. And I'll be taking that Maestro mini-boss and also Gorr on Node 40 yet again. Okay, so starting out, I have this Jabari on, what is this, Node 7. Died to this fight previously, and I get my revenge matchup. I actually do have guidance on this fight, so it's going to make it a little bit easier. But I also have my Ghost Rider relic, which means that the stagger can trigger, could get cleansed, and therefore she could trigger damage reflect. So I have to be watching out for that. So starting off, I'm building up all of my prowess with parries because I can do that freely with guidance. So might as well use it while I have it. And gonna try and bait this special one out of her, get that done. Don't feel like punishing, and then she just walks forward and does the stupid light attack thing again. Lots of champs have been doing that lately. I need to be more prepared for it, you know. Block a hit prompts right there. I tried to punish that time, really shouldn't have. And I should have waited to drop this special 3 until after anti-life went away, because I would have auto-completed the next prompt. I didn't think about that. I was just kind of dropping it to drop it. So yeah, that's my bad. All right, so got some degens on her. They could have been, amplified with a Fury, but no. I wasn't thinking hard enough. And, yep, go ahead and drop this big old special 2 with... I actually don't have the Fury. Where's my Fury? Did she fail it somehow or nullify it? I don't know where that Fury went. Anyways, she dies pretty shortly after. It's a very easy fight. I should never have died to it in the first place. It's one of my most embarrassing deaths, I have to admit. I'm glad I could avenge it. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this Mangog with Mojo as well. Titania seems like the obvious answer, but he has, the node gives him like 80%, like plus 80% physical resist or something. So Titania would not be great here. Lots of mystics are getting placed on this node because of that. So I'm gonna just ramp up Mojo here some more. The prowess from the tactic is gonna make it to where he can't, he doesn't gain any power. So he just has like super reduced combat power rate and no power gain after 2 more parries. And yeah, just making sure I don't do 5-hit combos. When I knock him down, he's not going to get that armor break because he's immune to it, but I don't think it really synergizes with his, kit that I know of. He's just immune to it. That's really it. All right, so block a hit comes up. I get pushed to my special 3 because Mystic Dispersion level 5. And yeah, this is just a big, beefy Mangog, but on a path fight. There's really nothing to this fight. In fact, it's easier because he's not gaining any power. So there's not really much to worry about. I'm just going to slowly get him down and try and bait the special 1s if I can. I think here I might actually just push him. Yeah, because I'm noticing sort of I'm winning this health race by a lot. My special 2s are going to do a lot of damage, and he's just not going to get to the special 3. So yeah, it's lights out right here. And I think I had an invuln on from like the last fight. So even if he did get a special 3, I would have been fine. But he died with it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Next up, Path 5. Got this Nova on Ebb and Flow Intercept. This is a tough fight for Mojo because there's just so much going on. And after watching a video of someone taking this with Mojo, I decided that for the most part, I was just going to ignore the intercept node. I'm not even going to try and intercept him. If it happens, great. But if not, I have more than enough damage to take him down within the allotted time. So that just takes away like a wrinkle in this fight, and I just have to focus on managing the tactic and managing the chaos that is using Mojo on offense. So gonna land some parries at the start here and build up the prowess. Him a few times, back off, block a hit to complete the prompt. And I do have guidance here as well so that he can't shrug a stun and like auto block me, because he has that ability to do that. I read into it to make sure I knew exactly when, but I can't remember now. But he can do that don't want that to happen, obviously. Also going to do my best to parry the special one whenever he gets it. And, you know, parry like the first initial beam and then also the final hit if I can. So here he's really not wanting to throw it. I'm like, all right, I know he'll throw the special too. And why did I drop that? Was it use a special attack? I might have done it to like keep my ramp because I knew he wasn't going to punish me and I just didn't want to lose it. But I'm not really sure. Here, dex the first 2 hits, block the rest. Don't want to accidentally not block that. Here I need to get idle. He actually doesn't idle, which was weird. He like almost held it for the full amount of time, and then I lose my ramp with Mojo. So super annoying. I really thought that he had idled at that point, but it's whatever. Drop a nice special 2. Would have been nicer if I had the Fury, but even without it, like it's still doing like a good amount of damage, you know. I'm only a little over a minute into this fight. He's down more than halfway. Like things are going well. I didn't even see what this prompt was. I think it's charge a heavy maybe. Oh yeah, because I just throw the heavy because I know he's not going to punish me in time. So that was pretty cool. Here, get the special 2 off with the Fury. Protection is up, but that's still some pretty good damage. Like almost 3k per tick. Actually, it is 3k per tick because there's an extra degen there. But yeah, I'm very much okay with not removing the ebb and flow node. This whole fight took less than 2 minutes. That is the way you should approach this fight if you're ever doing Mojo versus Nova here. Don't even worry about the intercept. You have more than enough damage. Okay, I think I switched up masteries here before I go into this fight. With Chavez, you want to be running max recoil. I actually only had 2 points into recoil because I didn't have the last one unlocked and I really didn't want to spend like 500 units. And then half suicides because you'll eat like half of the bleed like damage at the beginning. You'll just sort of like net heal from it because you're not taking damage with the indestructible. So yeah, it's just a lot of free attack. And basically this is just a normal Chavez fight. I'm going to ignore the node and try and land the intercept whenever I have the opportunity, but especially before the special 3 if I can manage it. And Chavez is just being her annoying self, throwing lots of random and errant heavies. I try to punish them properly whenever I can, and especially since the purple one wasn't the last one that she triggered, it's not unblockable, so I can block that. Did a decent amount of damage. I didn't really like that, so I'll be partial dexing the rest of the special 2s from now on. Trying to get this special 1 out of her so that I can land an intercept before the special 3, but she is not having it right now. Being very annoying. I think I go for even a risky intercept there, which I shouldn't have done. Here, trying to land this intercept, she's just gonna turtle up and wait for my haymaker to go away because that's what the AI knows how to do. There, I try and punish the heavy, does not work, so now I can't let her get to special 2 until she throws another heavy or that purple dimension goes away. So I need to be very aware of that. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but she does have recoil running. It was like lots of champs on like conflictor nodes, they had recoil, and it was mainly for like the Haydn Elsa as well that had suicides. Here I maybe could have gone all the way, but I wasn't sure how long I had left on the pass on like the node fury, so I didn't want to do that. And I end up, being just short when I should have pushed. I should have just full sended, but I didn't. A little too afraid. And now I just have to deal with this last 8%, which is super risky. Probably wasn't the best decision to do it this way, but if I was wrong, then it would have been an even worse decision. So here, I managed to land the intercept at the end, and I would have had a special 2 loaded to take her out. So overall, not the cleanest fight. She was being kind of annoying. I think I played pretty well, all things considered. Okay, next up is Maestro on, node 39. Power snack and has the power stings as well. And Titania's not going to worry about any of those because she doesn't gain buffs, and she'll have her haymaker for my special 3s that I plan on throwing. So the goal here is to stagger all of his buffs, get to my special 3, and nuke him if I think it's an option. He has a lot of health, and it's only rank 2 Titania, so I'm thinking I won't be able to nuke him. And I'll have to go into like another one of his like passive cycle states. So I want to knock him down early and immediately, and just make sure I have a stagger ready. Just parry heavy as often as I can. Make sure I'm always ready for any of the buffs that come up. There, get the parry heavy off, and yeah, there goes buffs. He does gain quite a few neutronium right here. Thank God he plays into this and I'm able to get my heavy off, or else that could have been bad. Yeah, he's gaining neutronium when he's throwing specials. I thought I could only do that when awakened, but maybe I misread his abilities. Get the heavy off into the special 3. Very nice. And yeah, I'm doing decent damage. I wanted to do 1 heavy and then parry and then combo relic combo, but I knew that it wasn't going to work. So I just needed to back off. He's going to get his passives, but that's okay. I can eat a little bit of damage and just parry heavy him to remove as many as I can, as often as I can. There isn't like a cooldown when he's in this state on when you can remove them, at least I don't think. Yeah, no. So I can parry heavy and he'll keep losing them over and over again. So a little risky. I dodged some of that, but it was okay. And there, a little errant heavy, you know, maybe a little risky, I call it a little bit of swagger. That's what I call it. And yeah, he's going to go down with combo, relic, and didn't even need the combo at the end. So I was happy with that fight. The only thing that was scary about it was, you know, if he got all of his passive effects, and I was prepared for that. Okay, last fight of this war. This is like the 6th time I've taken this Gorr on node 40. I know what to expect. I know what to do here. But yeah, let's get into it. So starting off, probably just parry, I'm guessing. Yeah, parry, get a few hits in. Just want to make sure I'm not hitting him too often because I don't want him to get the, I don't know why I knocked him down. Was it a knockdown prompt? And here, I accidentally drop a special 2. I don't know what I was thinking, but I shouldn't have done that. It didn't phase me too much, though. It was just kind of annoying that I did that. And here, I get caught on a dashback, caught on another dashback. He crits for like 60, all 3 hits crit for like 60k. I have to full dex the special 2, and I don't get it. And that's it. Fight's over. A lot happened in very little time. But yeah, Mojo has a very short dashback, and I was just a little bit early both times. And Gorr had the crit rate of Gorrvus Claive. He like crit pretty much every hit that he threw. And that was it. I just couldn't survive that. Even had the invuln and everything. So I buy another invuln. It's been a very expensive season for me. And I go back in because there's nothing else to do. I have to do the fight, and it's a good matchup. So yeah, just a very frustrating death, especially after overall I think the season had been going pretty well. I have like a few deaths, but most of them were to matchups that were very difficult, and I wouldn't have been expected exactly to win them. And, you know, matchups that we have never and will never send again, like Gorr on node 42 with Mojo and Valk to node 49 Thing. We've even really shied away from sending like Wiccan to Thing because of that fight I had at the beginning of the season where, you know, the fight just lasts a long time, or at least on that node. So, yeah, very unlucky. Get my special 3, and he's going to melt with this. Yeah, very, very disappointed by this deaths. We did also end up losing to TCN. It was by like a handful of deaths. I can't remember exactly how many. So like me dying here didn't lose us the war, but it certainly didn't help. And there goes our chance at podium pretty much, even though we've had a perfect season up till now. Those first 2 wars being in tier 2 really hurt us. So see y'all in the next one.